What I wanted to talk to you about tonight, I'm going to start my timer, I'd like to make sure I know where I'm at, is the final frontier. Final frontier. 1998, I took my love of my life to Alaska, and we took two other friends with us, and we took a flight that seemed like it lasted forever. Now, I don't know if you've ever taken a long flight, but a flight from Birmingham to Fairbanks, Alaska is a long flight. And what is the word that we're looking for today?
Ponderous.
Ponderous. Taking a ponderous person like myself and putting it into a small little seat is not something that you really want to do for 10 hours. So it was a strenuous type flight. But the neat thing about it was we got off the airplane, and right when we got off the airplane, it was sunny. And it was 80 degrees. Now this is Fairbanks, the closest you can get to the North Pole, and this is in June, and it's 80 degrees. Now the humidity was down. So down here, 80 degrees would be, oh, this ain't all that bad, but it's like underwater because it's 90% humidity. Up there it's like 2. And everyone's going, whew. Oh my God, it's so hot. And we got off going, man, that's nice. You don't even have to have a coat. We had a great time getting off. We really enjoyed being in a new area. First thing we did, we got on a little riverboat, a little paddle boat. Took a riverboat cruise. It was about a 2-hour cruise around Fairbanks. And I'm going to tell you one thing, that is the most gorgeous country that I've ever seen in my life. Just absolutely beautiful. The wildlife was just unique for the area. Seeing ice and rivers is just not something that we normally see down here. And so much expanse. The wilderness just went on and on and on. To put in perspective the size of Alaska, I don't know if you know this or not, but you can actually put 5 states of Texas in the state of Alaska. Yet their population is less than what we have in the metro area of Birmingham. Like 770,000 people. That's a lot of room. We could get into some of the stories that our tour guide took us on, but the first thing we did, we took the land tour. So we started in Fairbanks and got on a bus. And we had a tour guide with us the entire time, all the way down to where we got onto the ship, and which was in Anchorage. Then we got on a bus, and we got on a train, one of those skylight trains with the glass tops, you could see everything. And one of the first stops we made was Mount McKinley National Park. And we took a 12-hour bus trip. That's the only way you can get into the park, that's the only way you can get out. They don't allow anything else besides that one bus. And it's a 12-hour, 6 hours into the park and 6 hours back. Now guys, I don't know if about you, but here it comes back to what I said about the plane. You ever sit on a school bus for 6 hours in rough terrain? But the beautiful, beautiful country. And we saw all kinds of wildlife that we've never seen before. And it was such a beautiful trip. We got off that and got out of the park and got back on our train and saw one of the most beautiful mountains I've ever seen in my life, which was Mount McKinley. They call it Denali, the tallest mountain in North America. And it was such a prized trip because the clouds did not cover the mountain. It was a clear shot to see all the way to the top. And standing on the ground looking up to this monstrous mountain that was just so beautiful with snow-capped tops. was awesome. We stopped in a little town called Talkeetna, and that's where we were able to see, this is where most mountain climbers for Denali stop and eat and get supplies before they actually attack the mountain. From there we took the train and the bus in combination, not at the same time, it's tough to do that. But we took the train and then the bus all the way down to Anchorage where we picked up our ship. The land tour was absolutely beautiful. And if I can ever encourage you to take a cruise anywhere, go to Alaska. But take the land tour first, so you can rest on the cruise. The cruise is for another story, but the land tour was absolutely phenomenal. Mr. Toastmaster.